Good morning, everyone. On this Wednesday in the third week in Easter, we are continuing our reading in the book of Acts. We're now in chapter 8, verses 1b through 8. There broke out a severe persecution of the church in Jerusalem, and all were scattered throughout the countryside of Judea and Samaria, except the apostles. Devout men buried Stephen and made a loud lament over him. Saul, meanwhile, was trying to destroy the church, entering house after house and dragging out men and women. He handed them over for imprisonment. Now those who had been scattered went about preaching the word. Thus Philip went down to the city of Samaria and proclaimed the Christ to them. With one accord, the crowds paid attention to what was said by Philip when they heard it and saw the signs he was doing. For unclean spirits, crying out in a loud voice, came out of many possessed people, and many paralyzed and crippled people were cured. There was a great joy in that city. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So we see the work of the Acts of the Apostles, but it's more than just the apostles. It's also those who are deacons, in this case, Stephen. Hellenistic deacons. Now, there's a curious thing. Severe persecution broke out at the death of Stephen. We didn't get to read it. We had a feast day yesterday, but he was martyred for his faith. And it sort of emboldened those who were against these Hellenistic Jews. And it seems to be that they were the major target, the ones who were Hellenistic Jews. And so they were kind of, in a certain sense, forced out of the city of Jerusalem. Here it says that, they were scattered throughout the countryside of Judea and Samaria, except the apostles, which is a curious thing. Why were the apostles somehow not? And so perhaps it was the major target were these Hellenistic Jews. And so they were the ones who were being dragged out of their house by Saul and being put into prison. So the primary target seems to be suggesting that it was these Hellenistic Jews. At any rate, the gospel is being proclaimed into Judea and Samaria, which was exactly what the Lord had asked them to do anyways, and that it would go to the ends of the earth. So in a way that probably they didn't expect to happen, they're forced out, and by being forced out, the word gets out further and further away from Jerusalem. Jerusalem is kind of like the center point, and then from there, it moves out ever more so much. And so we see it all the way till it gets to us here, way out here on the West Coast. God is good, and they rejoiced in what God was doing. We should too, at the goodness of God in providing the good news of Jesus Christ all the way out to where we live here and now. Stay safe, folks. Hopefully we see each other soon. Bye for now.